Alright, what is going on everybody? HC Jammers here, back with another Street Fighter 5 video. And this video is going to be covering, yet another anti-V reversal based tech video. This time it's going to be on Menat, a character I haven't really covered on my Street Fighter 5 content for my channel. So I thought this would be a great way to kind of open things up, or at least kind of progress through with how I'm understanding the matchup and to help other people understand one of the things that Mika has to deal with. And of course, anti-V reversal tech is imperative when it comes to playing Street Fighter 5, because everybody should know how to punish everybody, or at least deal with V reversal attempts. And today we're going to be dealing with Menat's one, and of course we're going to be going over the typical situation of crouch hard punch into V trigger, and I've got one or two more situations we'll go over afterwards as well, simply because when I've been streaming or actually playing, these situations have cropped up a few times, and I've mentally known the answer, or I've had an idea, but I haven't really worked on it. I'm still working on this, still need to practice on it, because it's all about a timing thing, because Menat's V reversal isn't a physical hit, it's an escape, so we've got to know how to thwart her escape, shall we say. Without further ado, let me just double check. Yeah, my stick is all good to go. So like I said, the first situation we're going to be doing is the crouch Feeis into V trigger. So we're going to be doing this one, and let me set the all guard on. So I've got two different timings to Menat's V reversal, because it's important to know that as well. When you're practicing against V reversals, you've got to have the earliest time possible recorded, and I wouldn't say the latest time possible, but a late time recorded, simply because people's V reversal timings variate between the two. If you can categorize them between early and late, anything in between should fit under one of those two categories, if that makes sense. But let's get back into it. So we're going to do crouch Feeis into V trigger first. We've got the early timing on here. So what I do with this situation here regarding this, if you do get into this situation, you put Menat under a lot of pressure, because Mika can actually do that really well against Menat when she's in. It's hard getting in, but when she's in, absolute chaos, absolute calamitous for Menat. But when you do the crouching Feeis into V trigger, call it to come from behind Menat. If she does do the V reversal, you can catch her clean. And a good indication to know if this anti-V reversal tech works is if it does work against the earliest time possible they can V reversal, it's going to work against any other time. Now the reason you call it behind her, like I said, is to stop backdashing. Because if she doesn't V reversal and she tries to backdash instead, Nadeshiko will come out and try to catch her. I'm not sure if I actually have the backdash. Oh, yes, I do. So let's try this. So you do that, and then she gets caught, and then you get a follow-up. Now, I don't know if this follow-up will actually work in Season 3 because of the, or Arcade Edition, simply because of the extra recovery frames being added to command grabs on whiff, but we'll get onto that in another video. So with the crouching Feeis into V trigger, that was the early time. We should have the late timing here. Yeah, so if they do the late time, you can still catch them. It makes things a lot easier. So just note that down in your versus Menat matchup notes. If you do crouch Feeis into V trigger, regardless of the timing of whether it's early or late, a command grab will catch her. This is pretty much guaranteed if she doesn't have critical art on deck. If she tries to neutral jump, I think Nadeshiko can still catch her, but you'd have to call her from above. But I say call Nadeshiko from behind, simply to stop a backdash, because Menats do love to backdash, so just keep that in mind. That's we're going to be going over that basic situation there, so hopefully that makes sense and makes things a lot easier when you're tackling Menat, or when she's going to use a V reversal to try and escape. The next situation we're going to go over is, we're going to go over this one, which is Dropkick. Now, some of you guys are thinking, well, why on earth would you do Dropkick? But you'd be surprised how many people actually V reversal Dropkick, because they don't even put in the perilous situation afterwards, because Mika is +2 on block, so she recovers 2 frames faster than the opponent will after that situation, and she gets to have like a little mix up there, whether it's a command grab or a button. Now, since Menat's V reversal is an escape, and I don't actually blame characters with an escape V reversal for doing this, so Colleen, Ed, Menat, and Rashid or Nash, if they V reversal Dropkick and they run away, it's not a bad idea. They could have wasted their V-me in that situation. They could have utilized it somewhere else, but they didn't. So what we're going to do in this situation here is we're going to do a Dropkick, and I've got like the earliest timing on here first, because this is a very interesting one with how to do it. As you can see, Menat goes behind you when she V reversals. Now, what I like to do is we're going to do, let me take it off first. I have this idea and we're going to see if I can execute properly in this recording here. So we're going to do Dropkick, but we're going to do the target combo, and we're going to target combo, we're going to do the option select of the target combo, but we're going to press medium punch and Feeis simultaneously. So we're going to do light kick into medium punch Feeis, see what happens. So as you can see, you can do that. Now, regarding this little string here, Menat can only punish the target combo after Dropkick with crouch light punch or stand light punch. I have to double check which one it is, but she can't get a proper punish because it's too far away, so only one of her crystal ball normals will work. Now you see me do that, so you do the light kick into the medium punch and Feeis at the same time. So now we're going to put on the earliest time possible for the V reversal, and we're going to show you what happens now when Menat does a V reversal. Oops, that worked out wrong because the light kick is supposed to come out. There you go. So that's what's supposed to happen. So if Menat does V reversal at the earliest time possible, your medium punch turns into a Feeis, and you can cancel this stand Feeis into a shooting peach, like so. Well, when I get it right again. You want the light kick to whiff, and you want to cancel into peach, but not that late. And this is very hard. There you go. So that's what you want to happen. That's a very decent answer. 180 damage, and since it's the heavy shooting peach, you get some Oki afterwards. If you're unsure of the heavy one hitting, I guess you can go for the EX1, spend some bar, but you really wouldn't need to do it. My bad, now I'm dropping it consistently because I'm talking to you guys. Let's see if we can do it again. There you go. So you can do that instead. Very interesting situation, but this only happens when you do it at the earliest time possible. If you're not confident in landing that, if you're not confident in landing the stand hard punch, what you can do instead is go straight to an EX peach. So you'd, when you're doing the target combo, you just buffer a EX Rainbow Typhoon, and it will come out as a EX shooting peach. But in this situation, you want the light kick to whiff. You always want this to whiff, so it helps you with your timing. It makes things a lot easier. So that's one thing you can do. But then obviously it's like, okay, but jammers, what if they do a much later timing to the V reversal time? So we're going to check that out now. So if they do that, as you can see, if I do the target combo option select, it doesn't work. What's happening is that Mika still faces the other way that Menat was previously at, and the Feeis whiffs. So what you got to do is you kind of got to delay everything. You want the light kick to whiff, but then you still want to go for the stand hard punch into the heavy shooting peach. But you don't have to do it as an option select. You kind of have to manually do this, shall we say. And manually timing things in this game is, depending on the situation, it can be pretty hard. But ultimately, you still want that light kick to whiff, help you with the timing, and then you go behind and cancel into the peach. If you're confident that your opponent or the Menat player is going to V reversal late, then you can do a grab and you can catch them. Simple as that, because as we all know, I'll keep reciting the same lines. V reversals are susceptible to throws, whether it's regular or command grabs. So you can do that, because that's another situation that Menats do V reversal, which is the drop kick situation. So hopefully that makes sense. You can implement a target combo option select with stand hard punch, and that's only if they do it early, like probably at the earliest time possible, which I seldom see that. So, but it's very interesting though that you can do that. Another situation is we'll get ourselves into the corner here, and another situation we'll do is we'll do forward Feeis, and we'll do forward Feeis in the corner because Menat players, I don't think I've ever seen them do a V reversal against a forward Feeis mid screen, because they can backdash afterwards. They can do it quite liberally, so they don't have to do that. So we're going to do a forward Feeis situation. We're going to do the example of a meaty forward Feeis from a brimstone. So we're going to do that one instead. Again, so we're going to go back. Hopefully you guys are seeing the pattern here. Get the earliest time possible on the V reversal, then work with the latest time possible. And anything in between, one of your two pieces of tech should work for this situation. So we're going to do this one first, the earliest time, and then we'll go for the meaty setup, and she's going to V reversal behind us. Now in this situation, if they do the V reversal immediately, I believe you can actually swing them back into the corner with 6 MP. So that's forward MP, aka passion press, the Irish whip, which whatever you want to call it. So you do that, and I think you can just swing them back in. I'm not sure if you have to backdash. Let's do it again. Oh, my bad, done that wrong. Forward Feeis, and then there you go. So you can walk backwards and do it there. Swing them back in the corner, and you put them back in a 50-50 situation, as well as you get some damage as well. I'm going to see if you can actually backdash. No, it's probably not wise to backdash. You'd have to manually walk backwards, because what you have to remember about Menat is the fact that her V reversal is punishable. You have to know how to catch it. But like I said, this situation here that we're doing now, it's an example, and it's off the earliest time possible. But you can use Irish Whip to throw back into the corner if you do encounter this situation. So you can ensnare Menat back into the corner. That's what you want to do. Always trap Menat back into the corner. Now we're going to go over to the later timing. I'm going to do it again. So, again, forward Feeis, she does it really late. You can still swing her back in, but again, it's a manually timed thing. You have to kind of, quote-unquote, react to the situation. This is probably easier said than done, because I'm doing this in training mode now, so it might not always work. Oh, my bad, let me do that again. But hopefully you guys are getting the idea. There are answers to this. I'd say a definitive answer was the crouch Feeis into V-trigger situation, because that's like always guaranteed against 90% of the characters for us. But the rest of these, you've really got to know how to do it. And now I'm not doing this. Alright, forward Feeis, late timing, then walk back. God damn it. See if I get this time. Forward Feeis, and then walk back. There you go. In the corner. Catch medium punch, 50-50, yada yada yada. You get the idea. And hopefully you guys have seen a pattern there. There's an early timing, there's a late timing. But like I said, if you're confident that the Menat will do a late time with the V reversal, then just go for a command grab or a regular throw to make things easier. But that is pretty much it for just some anti-V reversal tech situations against Menat. And again, I'm going to regurgitate the same line here. I'd say I wouldn't really try these off the bat unless it was the crouch hard punch into V-trigger situation. The other two, they're kind of more tailored towards how the player will V-reversal. They're going to do it early, or they're going to do it late. If you're going up against a Menat player, pay close attention. Be cognizant of their timing, their V-reversal timing. Is it early or is it late? Once you've figured that out in maybe a first or two or even a longer set, you'll be able to kind of implement some of these anti-V-reversal tech ideas. Like I said, the first one's very strong. That's almost guaranteed, or pretty much guaranteed for any of us, any Mika player. The other two, they can need a little bit of work, and they are examples. But when you go up against this character, pay attention to when and where she is V-reversing. Alright, so I'm hoping this video has shed some light on what you can do against Menat's V-reversal. And hopefully you guys are a bit more informative in the match. This one's going to be an annoying one. It has been an annoying one for both sets, or both characters in Season 2. But I feel it's going to be even more annoying in Season 3. That's why I'm looking into it a little bit more now. This has been your boy HCJammers. If you do like the video, then you can subscribe to my channel on YouTube if you haven't already. If you don't want to subscribe, it's up to you. It's not the end of the world. If you want to follow me on Twitch or my Twitter, the links are in the description below. And hopefully you guys are more insightful about Mika dealing with Menat in Street Fighter 5. And I will see you guys on the next Street Fighter 5 video. So until then, take care guys, and enjoy the rest of your day.